right, good afternoon, and happy Tuesday, everybody out there. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and tips from Elaine's desk. All right, so today we're going to talk about contingency planning and strategic moves that you can make in your business in order to not get caught off guard and maybe, hopefully, not devastate your business. So we're going to talk about contingency planning, guys, and what a contingency plan means is that it's a course of action that we need to have in place that we'll have to take if in case something does happen, the unexpected situations that, you're not expecting, but it may or may not happen. So we must have contingency plan in place so you know what you can do or should do so it does not devastate your entire business. So this is the thing. It's kind of like if you plan and be ready, right? You could deal with situation much easier. All right. Happy Tuesday, Proby. Hey, Norman Strong. Thanks for jumping in. All right. Very important information, guys. Let's talk about how we get ready in case something does happen and how we can continue to get our business to move ahead without being devastated, right? We all saw this when there was COVID. So so many people still have not recovered. Some people are out of business. And we want to make sure that we always have something in place, some movement that we can do in case something does happen. So let's talk about our first point today, guys. First point today is cost reduction strategy. Now, the reason why we have to have a strategy for reducing costs, let's say there's an economic downturn, right? So things are not moving as fast. Sales might not be coming in as fast as you would like for them to be. So you have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy in order to reduce costs, which then allows you to have more money for you to set off in reserve. Now, you should be doing this anyway. You should always have money set aside in reserves. However, if you start figuring out what is the best strategy to reduce costs, you can have more money to set in reserve, right? So you want to review your budget, review contracts. This is great. Contracts, guys, you notice that you have different contracts. For instance, you may buy a car, the interest rate might be high, or you may have credit cards, interest rate might be higher, things like that. And we just go on about our business. We pay these things, we pay no attention to it. But you can go back and renegotiate some of these contracts. You can change your interest rate. You can reduce the payments. You can reduce costs. There's a lot of things that we can do. Insurance is a perfect example. A lot of times we just pay that stuff. We don't pay attention to what it is. Your situation changes. You might be driving less miles. You don't do any of this stuff. So it's like there are so many places that you can actually reduce costs. But again, you want to do it now. You don't want to wait for something to happen. So this way you can have more money in reserve and pay less money out in some of these expenses. So renegotiating contracts is an excellent way to do this. Review your budget to see if it looked like it's aligning with what you had projected, and finding efficient ways to run your operations, right? Where you can obviously maybe have less labor, more efficiency. This is what you have to do in order to be able to reduce costs. The key here is to be able to set aside more money for in case there's an emergency or then a major economic downturn, your business is not going to be so devastated. We have to stay on top of this, guys. We don't want to do something after the fact of trying to do it when the need arises, okay? So, hey, Lerner Smith, thanks for jumping in here. Thanks for the love. She said, true thing. Right. So, guys, so this is the key for the first point, cost reduction, build up your reserves. And so if the unexpected happen, you can still survive, and you don't want to wait to the last minute to try to figure this out. When we start a business, we do projections. We talk about what we're going to make and how much money we plan to have and all this stuff. But do we have a plan in place, right? If there is a major economic downturn, if there is some catastrophe that happens, like say COVID or something else, do we have a plan in place for that? So we want to be prepared for that as well, okay? So today we're talking about contingency planning, guys, and strategic moves that we have to make in our business. Second point, this is, you guys hit like and share on this video. Get everybody involved with this stuff. Super important. Great information, guys. So make sure that you hit like and share this video. Second point is strategic shifts, right? We have to be able to change with what's going on, right? The economy, the world is changing constantly. But you have to be able to make those strategic shifts when it's time. You have to be able to target new markets. You know, there's new stuff on the horizon all the time. So you want to be able to have a plan so you could reach new markets. How do I do this? What do I need to do to be able to just reach out further than what I'm already reaching? See, what is the plan for you to do this? So you have to target new markets, guys. Some cases you want to offer more product or services. Okay, so you may have already have a service that you offer, but then you can add to that service, right? Just can add to that service. So if you're doing graphic design, for instance, right, you might want to offer some other services like promotion and marketing and some other things that goes along with that restaurant, which is great. You could build a business more. You have different diversity going on. So if something does happen, you still have source of revenue coming in. So the strategic shift in your business, guys, offer more products, explore alternative distribution. If it's product that you're pushing out there and you have a distribution company, make sure that you have more than one or several distribution company so your product is not stuck. Say something happens to one distribution company, you can move on to the next one. These are things that has to be in place in advance. You don't wait for you to need this and then now you're looking for it, right? That doesn't work. So it will help you to be able to adapt to the changing market, be able to help you if you already have a plan in place so you can adapt very quickly, very easily. And this way, it will ensure that your business, you know, stay afloat, stay ahead of the game, and you guys can survive, right? So you don't want to get caught off guard with any of this stuff because you did not plan. All right. So awesome. Hey, Laverne Smith, thanks for jumping in. Norman Strong says graphic designer, printing, event marketing, video editing, and adding more services. Awesome. Excellent. See that? So now you're diversified. You're offering more so that you don't get caught off guard. Let's say someone else is making their own graphics and someone else is doing this. You have these other services that you're offering and you stay ahead of the game. This is a part of the plan, a strategic shift that happens whenever the economy shifts, whenever the market shifts, whenever new technology come into place. You move along with the time, right? And so this is going to be excellent for your business because you won't get caught off guard. That's the second point, strategic shift, guys. Perfect. And the third point today, we are talking about contingency planning. Laverne Smith, we're talking about contingency planning, which is a course of action in case the unforeseen happens. We are ready to make those moves and we're not getting caught off guard and or devastate our business to the point of no return. I'll be there Saturday at 10 a.m. Right. I see you there, Strawn. Thank you. Okay, guys. So third point, resource assessment. Now, this is super important, right? We need to know where we are going to get certain things that may affect our business in case something changes. You want to have resources in place. You don't want to wait until you need it to look for it, right? So, for instance, financial resources, have that in place. Do you have a line of credit? Are you able to know where to go to maybe get a loan? There's so many banks and places out there. Who would you go to first? Have your resources in place. We're going to talk about loans and line of credit on Saturday. Have resources in place that you're going to go to, whether it's an economic development place, whether it's, find out these things, have that resource in place in case you need it. You may not need it right now. You can look for it now. You can, reserve it now, but make sure you know where to go. Don't wait till you need it. Let's say it's personnel. You need to build personnel. You need to know in advance what are the skills of the people that you need for your specific company. What skills do they need to have? And where are you going to find these people with the skills? Do you go to an agency? Where do you go? Where do you find these folks? Make sure that you have the resource available. Who do I call? Where do I call? This is what you need to know first, what you need and where do you get it from. So when you need it, guys, when you need a certain employee or a certain personnel to fill a certain spot, Laverne Smith, you already know the resources, where to go to get these folks, okay? So you want to plan your resource needs in advance, know where you're going to get this stuff, stay ahead of the game. If you're too slow in taking these action, if something happened, it could be devastating to your business, right? It might be too late, or it takes so long you have to recover from wherever you're at. You definitely want to stay ahead of the game. Please don't wait until you need it to try to find it. Everybody knows that the more you need something and try to find it, then the least chance you have to get it, right? So if you look for it before you need it, or you look for the sources before you need it, it's easier to find out where those sources are. So that's really the key important thing that I want to talk about in terms of contingency planning, strategic moves. Again, that's right, I'll call it. Strategic moves for your business. Stay ahead of the game. So let me recap these 3 points today. Okay, so the first one is cost reduction strategy. So if there's an economic downturn, there's something not working quite right financially, you know how to review your budget, you know how to just review your contracts, renegotiate these things, renegotiate interest rate, get them down some more, pay less, have more money to put in reserve. You want to make sure that you know where to do all this and how to do all this and have this plan in place to make sure you should be doing that anyway. You don't need to wait until then. However, if you haven't done it already, you need to do it now. And if you didn't, make sure you do before, there's something that happened, because every business, there's unforeseen circumstances, which sometimes may or may not happen. And if they do happen, you want to be prepared. Second point, strategic shifts. Always be ready to shift, diversify your products, find new markets, all that stuff, and make sure that you are flexible, right? That will help you a lot in terms of staying abreast of the market and being able to make moves, as they say. And the third point is resource assessment. I love this one because so quite often we need either resourcing for funding or resourcing for personnel or equipment. Sometimes equipment, you can lease an equipment or you can purchase it. But if you know where you could lease something really quickly, if you're doing a project, for instance, and you need a certain type of equipment, maybe you don't need to spend the money to buy, you just need it for the moment. Where do you get this from? What are the resources? You have to know, based on your business, where do you get the resource to accommodate what it is that you need very quickly and not having to waste time looking for it when you need it, all right? Anything that you're providing, you don't want to look for it when you need it or when somebody asks you for it. Now you want to figure out how to make this happen. That means that you are going to be sometimes either too late, it's not going to be necessary, and of course, interfere with the whole operations. Okay, so that's my 3 points today, guys. 3 points today. So now that brings us to the super duper important thing that's happening on Saturday. I need all of you guys to register to attend the free business mixer. Go to elainesdesk.com and register. To all your friends, everybody that's want to start a business, everyone that's already in business, you guys go there. It's going to be a wealth of information. I'm telling you, this is stuff that's going to help you take your business to the next level. Now, look, we've started these businesses, been around them for a while. If you go back and look at your revenue, you might be at a standstill. Maybe it's looking like this for some time. Now you want to know how to go this way. This is great for you. If this is where you are, this is what you're ready for, guys. This is what you need. It's going to be direct information. You get to ask questions on the spot. This is going to be amazing. All the questions that people call and ask me, I tell them, I said, go and register for this. This is an opportunity for you to ask your question. It's called Powering Your Business Forward and Unlocking the Secret to Business Success, right? So it's not just starting a business. It's running it. We're going to talk about operation, marketing, how to stay afloat. We're going to talk about making sure that you stay in compliance, what you need to do for that. This is going to be amazing, guys. Look, and I tell everybody, after upwards of 35 years in business, I've been down almost every one of those lanes, and I can definitely share some secrets with you guys in terms of staying in business and being able to operate and run your business successfully. This is the whole key. Okay, so go to elainesdesk.com and register this Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. All you need is 3 hours. That's it, for a lifetime of success. That word. All right, so with that said, guys, if you need any further, she said join us Thursday on May 18th. What are we talking about on Thursday? From ideas to impact, the power of innovative thinking. Oh, I love innovative thinking. Keep the mind working. Yes, yes, yes. All right. How can we ever be bored, right? How can we ever be bored? Never. All right. So join us Thursday at 1 p.m., guys. If you have any further questions, concern, or anything that you are a little confused about, go to PROBY'S.com. There's a calendar. Book a free 15-minute consultation with me or call the office 323-290-9034. If you need any other financial assistance, your tax returns done, you want to set up your corporation, any of that good stuff, we can assist you with that at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. And you don't even have to come to the office. Everything is automated. You can do it anywhere you are. Okay? Make it so nice and easy for you. So, guys, once again, I think that's it. I will see you guys on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. It's going to be at the Little Billy's, a restaurant upstairs in the lounge. Everything's going to be there. There's going to be a brunch. You can pay for the brunch, but the information is free. So I don't want no excuse of you. Great panel discussion. Again, register at elainesdesk.com. All right. With that said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. Oh, 2023 is our year, right? That's what we said. 2023 is our year. This is the year we're going to take this business up, up, up. There's a lot of money out there for everybody. And guess what? The people who guess it are those who go after it. That's it, period. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, that's what works. Okay, so with that said, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. I'll see you guys back here on Thursday at 1 p.m. And with that said, take care of each other and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.